Hey, welcome to This Week. Great Lakes Golf today. Mike Jamison here with you, one of my perennial favorites. And we've been spotlighting this course since the day it was open, the beautiful Legacy Golf Resort up here in Ottawa Lake, Michigan. And I'm looking forward to talking to some new management that's going to be in here. Matt's going to be talking a little bit about what's going on. Also talk with our one and only Dr. Ed of the Greens. He's going to tell us a little bit what makes the Legacy so green and some of the things you want to do to make sure you can play this course the way that you think you can definitely play it. It's going to be a great show. Danny will have a great tip for you. Our 30th season. Can you believe that? You guys have been watching us for 30 years, and we really do appreciate it. And with that, let's take it to the show. And welcome out to one of the places I've had the pleasure of being at for, gosh, man, how many years has this course been here now?
This is actually the 25th year. We opened in 1997.
Yeah. Yep. See how long I've been doing this, and of course now Matt Chock is the GM here at Legacy, and Matt has he's a fun guy. We have a lot of fun on the radio show when we come up here and do it.
Yeah, I look forward to doing it this Saturday with you. It'll be great.
Saturday, and then they can watch this TV show. It works out real well.
Perfect.
I got to tell you, I haven't got to play it yet, but I've been driving around it, and it absolutely looks gorgeous.
It is in great shape. We've handled all the water from April extremely well. It's dry. It's running fast. Ed's getting these greens in great shape. They're almost in like midsummer form already, so
it works out good. One thing, folks, if you're going to come out here, and I was just talking to one of your guys, he says, he said, I was having a great round, and he said, man, I got in the rough a little bit. And I said, dude, that's where you put the damn driver away. You hit 3-wood because these greens and these fairways are just like carpet.
Yeah, and that's the thing is you know, if you don't have to hit driver. There's so many times where you play this course where you have to try to hit the ball 250, 260 yards with all this carry.
Sure.
Arthur Hill's designed a really great course that you can play safe. You're going to have longer irons going into the green, but you don't have to hit driver. If you're having a bad day, you're right. Put it away, hit the 3-wood, hit the 3-iron, whatever. Just get off the tee, find the fairway, and that's all you really need to do.
One thing I've always said about this course and playing this course, even if you're having a bad day, if you play your targets and if you you know where you want to be, and I mean, you have all of the stuff for people. You can get it on your phone and all of that, and so you know what you want to do, because there's so much trouble for people that, like, I'm trying to be the long ball hitter for an old guy like me, but there's really times where you're biting off a little slice and stuff that why didn't I just hit a 3-wood here? And the greens are lightning fast.
Well, and the thing is, realistically, why the pros are so much better than all of us is they know where to miss the ball. You know? So if you can keep it towards the one side or the other where you know where your miss is going to be, it makes it a lot more easier to play for, and give yourself the biggest room for error.
Sure.
This course is pretty open. We're not, extremely tree lined and tight course. You just have to know how to place the ball where you said. And go from that and be able to know if I'm going to miss, it's going to go here, and we'll be okay, and just not, stay away from the trees, the few trees we have out here.
Well, I've always said this too. The one thing, even in the tree areas, you keep the tree areas pretty well cleaned out. So if you do hit into the trees, you've got a very good chance of finding your ball, because that's my next question. How do you keep pace of play so good here?
Well, the nice thing about it is we do have a great crew. Like you said, they clean out the little wooded areas so that way you can have that. We do have our player assistants that try to make sure that everybody's playing at a decent rate. We pride ourselves on the conditions of our course, and the conditions let you be able to play faster if you're playing well.
Right.
If you're hitting fairways and greens, it's a really simple and quick game. The thing that you have to do also realize is if you get in those wooded areas, just take your medicine, take a shot, get out. Don't try and hit a 200-yard punch 3-iron. Yeah, and then you end up making a 7 or an 8.
Right,
You know,
yeah.
a 5 is a lot quicker pace of play than an 8 on a hole. So it helps you, and it's going to help your score at the end of the day and not be frustrated.
Well, the one thing, you know, I've made a lot of friends over the years here with all of your, what do you call them? Player assistants? Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
That's a good name for them.
Yeah, I mean, it's, you know, the martial aspect has such a sort of a negative connotation. They're here to help make sure everybody has a good time.
Right.
Everybody gets off of the tee at the normal time, and you know, that course, you know, isn't getting backed up anywhere. And that's the, you know, main role of their job, is to make sure all of our golfers are out here having fun.
Well, if you've heard anything about golf in Northwest Ohio and Southeast Michigan, Legacy's right on the top of the list. You're all over all the magazines. You've got a wonderful website, and you're right here in Ottawa Lake, Michigan. Piece of cake. You just come up 223 to exit 5, and boom, you're here.
Absolutely, and that's the best. One of the best things about this location is we are right from the expressway. I have people with, you know, 248 area codes and 216 area codes coming to us, because it is such an easy drive to get here. So if you're in Michigan or Ohio, like, it's an easy way. You can't get lost.
Exactly.
So
when we come back, well, we got Danny Sutton doing our tips like he always does. We're going to go out on the course and talk about some of the great holes that you got here. And we got Ed. We've got Dr. Ed, the grass doctor.
You will learn I know so much more about turf, not grass. He'll tell you it's turf.
Okay.
And than I ever expected I would ever know about in my life.
You're going to learn a lot today. We'll be right back.
What can you expect from working with Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation? Our branch manager, Marty Bin, can help you navigate through the loan process with the service and speed you deserve. Contact Marty today to get pre-qualified. Make your home buying dreams a reality. Call 419-481-8696 to speak with Marty Bin today.
Attention golfers. Crooked Creek Golf Course, your hometown golf course, has some big news. Starting Friday, June 3rd, don't miss Couples Night. A 9-hole men's and women's mixed scrambles every Friday night starting at 5 p.m. $40 per couple and non-committal. Includes a quarter-pound super dog, drink, and chips. Now don't wait, spots are going to fill up fast. Call to register now. Now wait, hold on, we're not done. Make sure you don't miss the Crooked Creek Beer Tap Open on Saturday, June 25th at 2 p.m. Teams of 4 are just $240, and that includes 18 holes of golf, 24 beers per team, plus skins. For every beer you drink, you take a stroke off your score. It's drinking with a strategy. 21 and over. Call and reserve your spot today. Spots are limited. And while you're there, make sure you check out their walk-in humidor and Crooked Creek signature drinks. Ask for the Heather Special, the Lost Ball, and the popular Crooked Creek Lemonade. Check them out now at golfcrookedcreek.com. Exit 5 off 23 in Ottawa Lake, Michigan.
Hi, this is Dan Sutton for this week's Great Lakes Golf Today Tip of the Week. I want to talk tonight about the irons and proper ball position. Take a look here. I put the ball in 3 different positions here, okay? Here, got an 8-iron out. Ball position is dead center in the middle of my stance. Here, for this 8-iron, got the ball back in my stance a little bit. Here, for this 8-iron, I got a little bit up in my stance. There are 2 things in the golf game that I can't tell you what to do. Number 1, I can't tell you where to position the ball at. How do you determine ball position on a chip shot? Let's all say it together. Brush the grass, brush the grass, brush the grass, brush the grass. How do you determine ball position for an 8-iron? Brush the grass, brush the grass, brush the grass. What's the second thing I can't tell you? I can't tell you how close or how far away to stand from the ball. That's something you will learn over time here, and that's something most of us don't ever think about. But early in the season, here's what I want you to do. I want you to figure out here which club is placed dead center in the middle of your stance. For myself here, my 8-iron is placed dead center in the middle of my stance. Some golfers, it might be the 9-iron. Some people, it might be the pitching wedge. Some people, it might be the 5-iron. Everybody's got their own little way here. But if this is my 8-iron, right here, my pitching wedge is going to be about here. My 6-iron will be about here. And then my driver is going to be somewhere out in this ballpark. But you can see how the ball moves a little to the left and a little further away from you as you go from your short clubs, middle clubs, long irons, out to your driver. So figure out which club it is for you. Is it the 9-iron? Is it the 8-iron? Is it the pitching wedge? It's probably one of them. Boom. Good and square, right on the money. Get out in the driving range, work on it, find out what is proper ball position. Dead center in the middle for you. Shorter irons go back, longer irons go up. Work on it. It's going to definitely help your game. Take a couple shots off your score. This is Dan Sutton with this week's Great Lakes Golf Today tip of the week. Till next week, hit them straight.
Welcome back, Great Lakes Golf Today, 30th season. You'd think, you know, I'd look old or something. No, I'm definitely there.
25th season.
Yeah. Well, you're 25. I'm 30.
Oh, you're 30. Oh, I thought you were talking about the legacy.
Yeah,
I was like, no, we're 25.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're older than the legacy.
I am older than the legacy. I've been
Yeesh,
called much more than that. Hey, we're going to go out on the golf course here now and actually start off on number 1, because this is the hole. I always say this is going to teach you real quickly if you decide you're going to do the grip and rip day, or it's like, you know, I'm going to play this course the way I probably should.
Yeah, sounds good. So what do you normally go with to start off?
I try to take it down the hill.
Yeah.
I do. I try to take it down the hill, but you've got a nice layout area, so if you get into trouble, you're in pretty good shape.
Yeah, with this hole, it's, you know, you're going to go down the hill. It's a dogleg right. Depending on how far you hit it, my line I usually try to do is go over the left side of the trees that are on the right side, so that way I end up in the fairway. You really, as long as you get it, get it off the tee a decent amount, it's not going to hurt you.
Sure.
You know, if you get to the left, it's, you know, there's some tall grass there, but if you're in the middle of the fairway, if you're in the right, there's some moguls, but you still have a decent second shot in.
And of the undulation on all these greens, this is probably one that doesn't have as much as you get into some of the other.
Yeah, definitely subtle breaks with it. So, you know, you just got to make sure you have your right number, because if you're going to go longer, you're going to go down into the valley, you got to account for the distance heading up, you know, when you're doing that. So when you peg it at 118 yards, no, it's going to play a little bit longer than that to get back up that hill.
Well, hole number 3 is that proverbial grip and rip. Let's in your mind, but you could play very well and still get a par on this par 5 by just getting 240 out there.
Yeah, it's a 3-shot par 5 unless you hit a monster drive. So my thing would be is just find the fairway with the driver. I usually aim away from the bunker because there is room to miss on the right. And then you just find a number you're comfortable with hitting into the green, and then just do the math from there. Getting home at 2 is almost impossible because of that green, and the bunker in front of the green protects it real well. So usually if you're going to try and go for a 2, they lay it out to the right and you're chipping on anyway. So just find a distance that's comfortable with you. You know, hit a mid-iron to that point, and then hit on with a pitching wedge or a 9-iron and 2-putt for a par.
Well, hole number 5, I mean, I'm just not going to say a word. I mean, as I've gotten older playing it, I don't have as much problem getting over the waist area, but it's all in your head.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, people put ponds and long grass all over the place just to mentally sort of take you out of your rhythm. But the nice thing about number 5 is, you know, it's one of Arthur's favorite holes. I had a conversation with him before. He passed a couple of years ago, and he said that he designed it that way so you don't have to hit it really long. If you don't hit it a long ways, you can just take it out to the right. You just avoid that whole waist area, and then you have to hit over the bunker. If you want to go after the waist area, you know you could carry it. You got an easy shot up the hill. Green's long and narrow. So
and it's going uphill too.
It does go uphill.
People don't understand that. You might want to grab another club.
It is going uphill, and that's actually one of those other things. From the tee, it doesn't look like you're going uphill. So a lot of people go, "Oh, I can get there."
Right.
It takes a good drive to get there.
Yeah.
You know, so just.
I bet you could.
Depends if the wind's blowing east or west. If it's blowing west, I can get there. But once again, it's risk reward. If you miss, you're going to end up in the bunker or the big one. So just get in the middle of the fairway and get on the green.
Well, hole number 8 is absolutely, there's just not a, you know, I got to be honest, I didn't want to film it this year because I got such a beautiful shot of it last year when we did it, you know, and it was just so unbelievably gorgeous. And then 2 days later, I came out here and played it, and it was like a 40-mile-an-hour northwest or northeast wind.
Oh, yeah.
I hit driver on this hole for that. I hit driver, none of us could make it. None of us could get it on.
It's
incredible hole.
It's a great hole. It's a unique hole. The interesting thing is it is sort of exposed to the wind no matter what direction it's coming from, so you have to play for it. The biggest thing is don't aim at the flag. Do yourself a favor, hit the center of the green.
Yeah, and it's crowned too,
right? It's crowned. It actually has like a ridge.
Yep.
It's actually more of like a Y shape. So if you just start getting to the middle towards whatever side you're going for, that's all you need to do. I mean, as long as you don't end up on the opposite side of the green, it's going to be better than taking a drop and hitting 3. And
I know your drop zone very well.
Yeah, it's everybody does. I mean, the water level of the pond has risen from all the balls.
Yeah, I can just imagine when your scuba diver goes in there to find it. It's a great way. The front 9 here at the Legacy is just phenomenal, and you're wowing. You're saying wow if you've never played this course at that point. I mean,
it's a great layout. It's a great design, and it's a great crew that we have that take care of it. You know, if we don't have them, then, I mean, my job is pointless because I need to have a great facility to be able to, you know, get people out on. So I give all the credit in the world to our grounds crew. They are very proud of what they have built and have done, and they should be.
When the power goes out, your life is disrupted. Heat, air conditioning, refrigeration, phones, all gone. Want to take back control? A Generac home standby generator protects your home against power outages every second of every day, all year long, automatically, whether you're home or away. Control your power, control your life with a Generac home standby generator.
For a free estimate, call Schneider Sons Electric, 419-691-8284.
Is your roof past its peak? It's not always this easy to tell. From rooftops to foundations, Seagate is a trusted A+ BBB accredited business and a Platinum Preferred contractor. As a Platinum Preferred contractor, we offer one of the country's best roofing warranties, the Owens Corning True Protection 50-year warranty. That's material and labor. We've earned your trust for over 30 years, Toledo. Call Seagate now.
L-E-A-K, Seagate.
Stop struggling with the big box stores. Choose Gladio.
Gladio Home Center. A hardware store, yet so much more. Your home improvement answer store. A place to design your interior space. A professional and friendly smiling face. Everything you need for your home. And Gladio is locally owned. You'll be glad to know Gladio Home Center.
Hey golfers, come play Toledo's premier public course, Heather Downs Country Club, is where you belong in 2022. Heather Downs is a beautiful 18-hole layout with stunning views and ideal conditions. Tee times available every day with great rates. Our driving range and practice center will help you groove your swing or try individual lessons with PGA Director of Golf Dan Sutton. Adult, ladies, and junior clinics are now forming. Go to heatherdowns.com or call 419-385-0248. Heather Downs Country Club, where you belong in 2022.
Welcome back. Great Lakes Golf today. We're here at the Legacy up in Ottawa Lake, Michigan, 25 years. And Matt Schock, the man, the myth, the legend. I can't wait to golf with him. You know, you're the first golf pro that said, you know, I'd like to go out and golf with you. No one else wants to golf with me, but there's a reason for that, folks. And we're out on the course right now. We'll start off here on beautiful hole number 10, which another one that you got to explain to me because I have a problem hitting a draw. And that would be the draw, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm not real good with the draw here, so I might want to set up and maybe hit a 7-iron in, you know, or an 8-iron.
Yeah. Well, I'm a lefty, so it's a fade for me, so that's even harder to be able to control a distance. I learned a while ago, the driver doesn't ever come out of the bag. I'm in a golf league out here. Certain holes, driver doesn't come out of the bag. There's no point.
Right.
I mean, the risk reward is a really tough one where you can almost guarantee yourself a par if you hit a decent 5-iron.
Yep. Well, hole number 16, and we talk about this all the time. It's that up north field, man. That par 3. It's an up north field. This is where you got the trees wrapped. Yeah. And it's just a fun hole. It
is. It's actually a pretty cool little drive to go through the cart path through all the trees up there. It's a fun hole. It's a fair hole. Decent distance, depending what tees you play from. Usually I'm playing the blues, so it's usually in the 150, 160 range. It's again those middle irons. If you can hit them here, you'll have you can play a good round.
Going up too.
You're going up a touch. I usually take about an extra half a club, and just realize that wherever the wind's blowing, you're not going to feel it because of those trees. But if you hit the ball above that, it's going to affect it. So just make sure before you go into that little cavern there that you take a look and see which way the wind's blowing, because it will still affect the ball.
Absolutely one of the most breathtaking finishing holes in the area in Northwest Ohio, Southeast Michigan. Hole number 18 here is, and I think you're going to tell me another story here about the driver and about, because, if you hit a good driver, and I'm sure you're a 270, 280 guy, you could wind up in that other pond real quick.
Yep, yeah, you can. So for you longer hitters with it, usually I recommend, we have our patio on the back, and I usually tell people, like, you can almost just aim at the bar at the end of the patio, because it gives you plenty of room to go down.
Sure.
Missing left isn't going to hurt you, and the further up and left you can get, the more it takes that second pond out of play.
Right.
So that's the big thing. Yeah, in the middle of summer, there's a lot of people that are sweating it, seeing if it's going to roll into that second pond.
Right.
So just aim a little more left, and get yourself out. Don't get greedy. Don't try and get on the green. Just put yourself in good position with it.
You got a lot of undulation into this green though too. So bringing that pitching wedge out and spinning the ball, you got to be a little careful with that.
Yeah, I mean, definitely don't. You got to make sure you're staying on the high side. There is 2 different tiers to the green. So you got to make sure you know where you're at with the distance control, and where the pin's at is a huge thing. But just keeping it, center of the green, stay away from that second lake, and you should be okay. There are some bunkers on the backside and long, but just make sure that you put yourself at a good number.
Fantastic. Well, Matt, thanks for spending some time with us, buddy.
Man. I appreciate it.
I can't wait to get out and golf with you, because that should be a lot of fun. I won't bring Dave Truman or any of the other crazy guys from ESPN or the sports show that sucks. So Saturday mornings from 8 to 10, and we keep doing it. And when we come back, we're going to have the golf, the turf doctor.
Yeah.
Ed the turf doctor. He's ready. We'll be right back. Pro Golf Fairways at Cameo Pizza and Resets in Rossford and Monroe Street, right next to Nick and Jimmy, with top-of-the-line golf simulators, duck pin bowling, and the best food for your night out. We've got you covered. It's Pro Golf Fairways with all the greatest golf courses in the area. Why not come out and hit a few with us at Pro Golf Fairways at Cameo Pizza and Resets in Rossford and Monroe Street next to Nick and Jimmy.
There is only one place where you'll find scenic golf at affordable prices. Fallen Timbers Fairways. This golf course offers some of the best golf in Northwest Ohio for any skill level. At Fallen Timbers, they can help you plan for your next outing or event, or even improve your skills with their talented golf instructors. With their exceptional rates, Fallen Timbers is your first choice for great golf. FallenTimbersFairways.com. Easy to find, fun to play, right off Route 24 in Waterville. FallenTimbersFairways.com. Fallen Timbers Fairways.
Hi, it's Dana. Come down to the Legacy for a great run of golf and great refreshments.
Finishing off this half hour here with Dr. Ed. I like that.
Yeah,
Turf doctor.
There you
like
go.
That?
There you
like
go.
That? Ed's the man that makes this thing look green and plush and gorgeous. Him and his great staff.
Yeah,
you gotta have the staff in there.
I got a great staff, but more importantly, I got a great second-hand man and kind of a mechanic and in-house genius and Matt Barrett. The Barrett brothers obviously grew in Whiteford Valley with the dad and the Harley Hodges and all them. So I'm very lucky to have Matt on the crew, and he's a big part of it. But yeah, I got a great staff. I really do.
Well, you do a wonderful job, and when we get off camera, we always talk about my lawn, and you've given me some great tips, and it's going well. But I know you were talking about the fact that, for people to be patient, because you guys are basically mowing 24 hours a day, right?
Oh my gosh, it's crazy. It's just I've never seen.
And you got another weekend of that.
Yeah. But we're just into like I said, the seed head production of the plant where, a lot of the clippings you see are the stalks that are not getting mowed up a little bit. But yeah, I swear I grow when I'm out there. Sometimes I grow an inch when I'm just standing on it. it's just growing like mad.
Well, it's just yeah, high fives to you that you know, you never see any disease on the greens, and I'm sure you do. I'm sure you have it because it's nature. It's nature.
Yeah.
But you're able to get in there and diagnose what the problem is, and boom, it fixes. I've never ever in the 25 years I've played here, ever had a thing, well, we couldn't, oh, that green's a little messed up, or this. Hell, even when you undulate or when you aerate and everything, it's not even that bad when you come out. So that's good for you guys. It's just so nice. And we've got the drone footage of this practice area you've got. It is absolutely U.S., you know, it's PGA right here.
Yep. I mean, you know, like I said, with Art wanted a good range, a nice range, so that when everybody stepped up, they see how impressive that range is. And then a few years ago, just talking with Joe and Patty and the owners there, that people are looking for a short game facility, and we were looking at like the right side of the range tee, where the 10 is now. And then we had Steve come in from Hills and Forest, and he picked out a great spot and never thought about ever putting one there, and
it's beautiful.
Yeah, so it's just something to add to the legacy, and I'm glad everybody really enjoys it.
I honestly, from the standpoint of coming out here and being able to hit a couple of sand wedges, hit those wedges. Folks, put the driver away on the driving range. You don't need the driver. You need to hit your wedges, and they've got the area here to do it, and it makes everything work out real good for you too.
Yep. And we do have bunker rakes in the sand traps.
Yeah, what's going on?
I don't know. We just I don't know what it is. I think people, the pandemic spoiled it for people, and you're just noticing, like, we're throwing the rakes in so that people can see them. But I don't know if, as I told people,
I'm never in the sand. So
some of us are just incredible golfers. But I just noticed that, so I'm just asking people just to have a little bit of self-awareness that, hey, there are rakes there. Because it's not so much for making the traps look good, it's for the next golfer.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't want to be in a footprint.
Right, exactly. Well, I mean, your food here is phenomenal. Your banquet facilities are beyond. I've done so many weddings here. I love doing DJing a wedding here. It's just a phenomenal place. And, you're right off exit 5 off of 23.
2 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's, people don't realize how close we are, but they do. And even the people in Detroit and up north, they can't believe how big of a bargain this is for the price. So.
Well, I'll shake your hand this time.
All righty. Thank you.
And thank you so much. And it's just so much fun to come here. We do our radio show on Saturday mornings, ESPN 100.7, the sports show that sucks. And you guys sit in with us and have a great time. And we actually live stream that on Facebook. So you can watch us on Facebook. So it works out
and
good.
I just like how we just, whatever's on our mind.
Yeah,
and
you never know what we're going to talk about. You really don't.
And you got good music, Mike.
Thank you.
Make me want to pull out the bass and start slapping a little bit.
I got some new music for you this week. We're going back for some old Isley Brothers.
Okay.
We're going to do some old Isley Brothers this week. That's what it's going to be. So
there you go.
Folks, we got to wrap this one up. Thank you very much for watching. And don't forget, right after this is Lake Erie Port of Call, and teach you a little bit about boating. And people always ask, what do you do for a living? Well, there you go.
There you go.
There you go. Take care, everybody. We'll see you next week.
Thanks, Mike.